Hello everybody, and I'm trying another goofy trick in LMMS. And got is a DSK electric guitar instrument, LFO controller, which I got to set to control the pitch on the guitar. So when I go to this, I go to pitch, it is connected to this LFO. So you can see that. So I got that connected to an LFO. And what I did on the LFO controller is the amount dial, hold down control and drag the amount dial to automation track. There we go. Right now it's zeroed out, so it should just play like this. Alright, I'm just going to set this. Well, I don't need to loop it because if I go inside here and double click, it should loop on its own. So maybe not. Well, this has its own loop controller too. So, and that just goes for what, 2 measures. So if I, yeah, that'll work. Now it should loop. Maybe. It's supposed to, at least. I don't know why it's not looping. Anyhow, it's supposed to. At least from what I can understand. Well, not all the bugs are worked out apparently. Alright. So anyhow, the point is this is connected to the amount level on the LFO controller. And nice if I could overlay the automation track with the other stuff, but can't, so just gonna have to eyeball this. And I want this as close to 0 as possible. Yeah, it's hard. Perfectly zeroed. I think that'll be close. What do we do here? Alright. This is first coordinate. And alright, so, okay. I'm just gonna try to do it. It's first coordinate. And back down to 0 like so. What this does is each time this goes up, it sets this controls the amount of the LFO. So as this goes up, it wobbles. And what that is like doing a pitch bend thingy in a guitar, like where you get the note to go, or at least that's the idea here. Yeah, it's real finicky and no, wait. See, some things it just needs. So I'd like to be able to record in real time and just the dial instead of trying to eyeball this, but it doesn't work that way right now. There's no way to overlay it, and there's no bezers, so yeah, it's a little tricky. Hopefully they're working on it. But right now, this is the way you gotta do it. Just trial and error. If you get too many points, you just hold down the right key to clear them out. Oop. You need a point to zero it to. So. You can change the quantization here, which is how many time interval steps that this automation uses. So if you go to the Q, that's your quantization. These are zoom levels. This one, yeah, you can zoom in a little bit more this way too. Some ways I wish there were more zoom levels, but yeah, and this is never enough for some things. Sometimes this auto is all you can use. But in other certain parameters, when you use the vertical scaling, it actually is useful, but this one you can see is like useless. Other than auto, so. Ah, yeah, that's interesting. Let's see. But it takes a lot of fidgeting to get it just right. And imagine doing it for a whole song, it's going to be tricky, so. But you can do the same thing, like if you have a repeating bass line or something, you just want to do the whole song. Just do that in the beat bassline editor and use the bass line with the automation track inside the bass line. And it should keep repeating it without you having to fidget with that where you need. The idea is you can actually use the automation track to control something like an LFO. Have the LFO control the pitch on a guitar, the pitch here, and it should pitch bend. So if I show this, see, yeah, barely notice it moving because you don't need much. But here, let me put it on loop, turn that on. You can watch every time it hits the automation, pitch will start warbling with the LFO. The thing about the LFO is you can change the speed. There you go. You get something like that. For this kind of effect, the amount you need isn't very much. So that's why it's a little finicky in automation track. But that just gives you an idea of something you can do in LMMS to get a certain effect. It might be useful in the future. And I thought I'd just pass that along. Alright. You have fun.